TGIF, everybody. It is Friday. It's raining, starting to rain outside. And I decided to come back here in my bedroom and lay down. I've had a long weekend, guys. I kept two of my granddaughters this weekend, and we had a full weekend starting on Friday evening after work. I picked them up and brought them here to my home, and we've spent all weekend together. We've gone to the movies. We've been out to eat. I took them to the playground. Oh my gosh, we've had a long weekend. We played games, we've read storybooks and all kinds of stuff. So they just, went home. I took them actually to visit my mom on this Sunday. That's what I do. Y'all know how my Sundays flow. And I took them there, and then my daughter picked them up from there. So I am exhausted. I am just totally wiped out. I am in my bedroom. As I stated, I can hear the raindrops now starting to hit the window and the roof, and I love laying and listening to that. As long as it's not a serious storm, I'm good with that. So that kind of made me think about, all these things I got to get done, and sometimes I feel like it's not enough time in the day to do things because we have so many priorities, so many things that we have to take care of. And it got me to thinking about procrastination, banishing procrastination. And, procrastination can be taken differently, because a lot of times I think people think when you procrastinate, that means you're lazy. It actually is not an indication of laziness. It is it's a reflection of the stress that you're carrying, and it's a stress response. And oftentimes we have so many things going on, and we're so impacted by the negative outcome, or feeling like we can't get something done, that we procrastinate and we put it off because we, just got a lot going on. We worry about a lot of things. So that is one of the things about banishing procrastination, is to get over the fact that you're calling yourself lazy because you're procrastinating. Now, and I'm not saying that can't be the case, but a lot of times procrastination has nothing to do with being lazy. It really doesn't. And it's more of a fear factor, a stress level factor. So we're going to talk a little bit today about this evening, just a few minutes, not long at all, because like I said, I'm ready to turn in, guys. I'm ready to wind down. We got a short week this week. Wednesday, we'll be celebrating Juneteenth. However, it's in the middle of the week. It's on a Wednesday. I wish it fell up against the weekend, but it didn't. So I'll take it anyway, because regardless, whatever day I can get off in the week to make my week shorter, I am happy for it. So Monday and Tuesday we'll be at it, and then we'll be off Wednesday, and then return to work on Thursday and Friday. But I wanted to drop in and just share a few words. I didn't upload a video this weekend. I did have a video that I shared on Thursday, I believe. I think it was on Thursday when I shared that video. So thank you all that have watched that thus so far. And so if this is something you want to talk about, or you think it's interesting to you, or something that you could benefit from about banishing procrastination, especially reaching middle age, how we can do that, then please keep watching. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Living Life by Design. And tonight I just want to give some thoughts about banishing procrastination. Just got me to thinking after my weekend, how I deal with stuff, and how I sometimes put off things that I need to get done, and often is looked at and viewed as being a procrastinator. And sometimes I think we believe that we're lazy. I've called myself lazy before because there were things I know I needed to take care of and I didn't, but just procrastinating. I'm not a big procrastinator, but I think we all have procrastinated. I think I'm pretty good about, taking care of things. But one thing about getting older is that, your memory ain't as sharp as it used to be. So it's okay if you keep a digital notepad to-do list of things that you need to get, take care of, because that'll be helpful to you to make sure you take care of things that needs to get done. And I would say also that prioritizing them based on what's most important, that thing that you need to really get done. Sometimes we opt out and we go and do the easiest thing and do that, and then say that last big thing that's really, really important, and we can't finish it because it was such a big deal. So sometimes I think prioritizing them based on what's most important to get done. And if that big thing is most important, then that's something that we definitely need to do. Another thing that we could do is, if we're not really good about crossing the list out and getting it done, you can give yourself a time-bound goal. Like, for instance, if it's something that needs to be done by the summer, then schedule that. Just hypothetically say, I'm going to get this porch fixed or this window done or this roof patched by May. Sometimes we have to do it by a time versus let me tackle this today. If you give yourself that and you have some type of system where you can, make sure you notate that this is something I need to have done before the summer, that will be helpful as well by giving yourself a time frame to get it done. And that works for me also. When I'm traveling a lot of times and my car done hit the road so much, and I know that there's like things I need to have checked on my car, I'll have that as a time-bound thing. I'll say, okay, I'm taking a trip. I'm driving to Florida in October, so car needs to be serviced in September. So maybe that'll be a little bit helpful for you as well when trying to, stop the procrastination. And the next thing you know, that time comes up and you haven't gotten that thing done. Another helpful thing is to eliminate distractions. Oftentimes when we know we got things to do, our phones are on, we have TV on, and those are distractions. If somebody give you a call when you were in the middle of maybe mopping the floor, and then you take the time to sit down and you talk to that person. Next thing you know, it's 2 or 3 hours later and it's time to really go to bed. So you say, okay, well, I'll get this floor done on tomorrow, when we could have really gotten it done that night, but we answered that phone. We know how that happens, so sometimes eliminate the distractions that will get in the way of you taking care of that thing that you need to get done. One thing that has been helpful for me is setting a routine. So if I have a routine of certain days that I have to take care of certain things, then I know, just hypothetically speaking, this is not my routine, but say, for instance, you say Saturday is laundry day. So that every Saturday I don't need to schedule anything at this particular time from 8 o'clock to noon. I got to get my laundry done. And that'll be helpful to make sure that you're not scheduling things on the day that that you have something that has to get done. It's a part of the routine of your week. So that could be helpful as well, and that has worked for me. So something to think about in trying to make sure you establish boundaries and, cut down on this procrastination. And I would say reward yourself. When you accomplish those major tasks that you've been trying to get done, reward yourself for getting it done. I was listening to a coworker that I work with, and he was telling me that this weekend I said, what are you doing this weekend? And he said, well, I'm not really planning anything because my wife has given me a honey-do list of things that just needs to get done. And from what I remember, a honey-do list was just things that, have been needing to be done, but just haven't gotten it and fallen to the back. And so when it gets so, long, the list gets so long, then that wife would give that list to him and say, hey, I'm going to need you to start getting these things done. So making sure that you don't wait till it piles up, so that's very, very important. And, make sure that you, go ahead on and start knocking that thing off before the list gets too long. So I'm saying all that to say, don't allow, the stresses of life to get you bogged down and get to this, this routine of procrastinating. It can be tough. I know people that are big procrastinators, and I would have to say, like I said, at some point in my life, I was that way. I'm not saying that everything has to be, like clockwork, or, everything has to be, in order all the time, but I think when you get to this particular stage of life, you just want things to be a little easy. Just want an easy life. And like today, I am just exhausted. I didn't want to have to come back here and have a whole lot of projects and things I need to get done because I've been keeping kids all weekend. So yeah, just having your life a little orderly, prioritizing things and, just that it just helps. It just helps in this stage of life. Because I'm gonna tell you guys, after you have worked and raised rear family children and raised, and had a hubby and all of that, and you get to a certain stage of life, you just want some peace and some downtime, and just, not saying that you don't expect yourself to have tasks and things, because life don't change, because, in that regard, unless something's wrong with you, but just how to make it a little bit easier for you, a little less stressful for you. Can make you enjoy life so much more. Just wanted to share my thoughts on that today as I'm laying here, like I said, listening to this rain, and I'm gonna get up here shortly and let's see, what time is it? It is 7:00. Yeah, I'm gonna get up here shortly and probably grab my clothes out. I have started to get my clothes out at night for work for tomorrow. Now, I know everybody got their own way of doing things, but you know what? Before, I used to just get up in the morning and try to find something to wear to work. And sometimes I couldn't find a blouse or something I wanted to go with a particular pair of pants. And then I'm looking at this time and saying, oh my goodness, I need to leave out the door in about 40 minutes. So it's been easier for me, and just to go ahead on and do it the night before, have it pressed, hanging up in the closet or on the door or something, so I already know what I'm wearing, and it's just so much easier for me. So just thought I'd share that for you if you are a person who lives like a chaotic life, or if you find yourself here at this stage of life and you feel like things still ain't changed, nothing slowed down. Hopefully these little tips can make, bring a little sunlight into your day, a little easy, make it a little bit more easier for you. So yeah, you guys, I will be having Feel Good Friday on this Friday. Let me check that date for you guys. I did put it on my community page, but I also wanted to give a reminder. I think it's the 22nd, but let me be sure. What that date is this weekend. So what's the date? Actually, it's the 21st. I hope I didn't put the wrong date on my community page. Let me make sure. Yes, the 21st. I'm gonna go back and check and make sure my community page is correct. But yeah, Friday, the 21st of June at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having our Feel Good Friday. And let me go to my community page now and make sure. I hope I didn't put the 22nd. I really do. No, I got it correct on here. Thank goodness. So yeah, we will be having that this Friday, June 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be talking about things I would tell my younger self as I have grown older. This should be a great conversation, because I know many of you have some things that you would be telling your younger self if you had the mind and the sense, common sense, and the, just knowledge and intelligence that you have now. I'm sure we got some things. I think it'd just be interesting to hear all the different thoughts of women, of things that they would tell themselves. So make sure you join. It has gotten to be a great little group that has come together. I think I see a lot of the same people in this group each time we have it, and it's been great. It's been really, really great. So hope to see you there. So if you guys are new to the channel, thank you for stopping in. Let me see if my things are working. Thank you for stopping in. It's not working. I don't think I have enough light. Maybe that's what it is. Give me a thumbs up on this video. Oh wow, I can't believe nothing is working in here in the bedroom. Thank you all. Give me a thumbs up on this video, guys, and I hope to see you all this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you much. And I will see you guys Friday. I'm just having fun, guys. But yeah, hope to see you all Friday. Make sure that if you have not subscribed, to go ahead and do that now. And for the returning visitors, my bestie, my ride or dies, my girlfriends, thank you all for tuning in. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful week. Be safe, whatever you may be doing.